If your stock scanner isn't giving you trades before the crowd jumps in, you're losing money. I tested the best stock scanners for day trading, Trade Ideas, Stock Rover, and Simply Wall Street, to see which one actually helps you spot opportunities in real time, and which one might be slowing you down. And if you stick around until the end, I'll reveal the one tool I personally rely on when I need high conviction setups fast. So here's the thing. Before I ever committed to paying for a single scanner, I did what most traders forget to do. I went down the rabbit hole of user reviews, Reddit threads, Trustpilot, forums, you name it. And just like you probably are right now, I wasn't just looking for hype. I was looking for red flags, stuff that actually affects your money and time. And one Trade Ideas review caught my attention. This guy said he signed up for the test drive, but he claimed that once he got inside, half the tools were either restricted or didn't work properly. According to him, the interface looked like it hadn't been updated since the 90s. He also mentioned copying AI trades that ended up losing money. Now, I've actually used the test drive, and it's not enough to get a decent feel for how the platform works, but if you're serious about trading, the real power unlocks with the full subscription. That's where the magic happens. And the interface, it's definitely more function over form, I'll give him that. But once you get used to it, that structure actually helps you focus. Now, on the flip side, many users absolutely swear by Trade Ideas. One trader called it irreplaceable for serious scalping and swing setups. Another trader mentioned he'd used it for 20 years and still swears by it. That says a lot, especially in a space where most stock scanners for day trading come and go in like 2 years max. And with a 4.7 out of 5-star rating, clearly most users are getting value. Now over to Stock Rover. One review I found said that he's on the top tier plan and loves how deep he can go on North American stocks. But, and here's where it gets tricky, he's based in Spain and said the platform loads super slowly. I get that, but it's likely a server location thing and a location thing that's limited to how fast his internet gets, not necessarily a product issue. Plus, if you're mainly trading US markets, most of your work can be done ahead of the bell. Once the data is loaded, it's fast and detailed. And then there's this Redditor who flat out called Stock Rover the ultimate tool for value investors. That's a bold claim, but it stuck with me. Now, let's talk about Simply Wall Street next. A trader on Trustpilot said it's harder to use than Morningstar. His exact words? I'm old and don't like change. But alright, fair enough. Change is tough. But from what I've seen, Simply Wall Street is trying to reimagine how stock data is visualized. And honestly, if you give it a week or two, it starts to click. The interface is less text-heavy and more visual, which feels weird at first, but grows on you. On the other hand, another reviewer said their day trading scanner is almost perfect. He loved the stock alerts and especially the risk notification system. It's stuff like that, subtle, helpful nudges, that makes Simply Wall Street stand out, especially for folks who don't want to stare at Excel all day. Now, here's where things really get interesting, because when it comes to features, these scanners couldn't be more different. Starting with Trade Ideas. If I had to describe Trade Ideas in one word, aggressive. Like, this platform is built for people who want to move fast and hit trades hard. The AI, named Holly, isn't just for show. It's trained on millions of patterns and pumps out trade suggestions based on real-time data. But what really hooked me was how it works. Holly gives you not just entry and exit points, but why she thinks a trade matters. You can copy her setups or reverse engineer them to build your own. Then there's the hover chart feature, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect much, but once I started using it, it changed how I read the market. You just hover over a scan result and boom, mini chart preview, updated live. I was flipping through setups without switching tabs or layouts. Huge time saver during open. Customization is where Trade Ideas shines the most. You can set scans based on volume, float, unusual option activity, sector, and pretty much anything else you can think of. For example, I built a custom scan to track pre-market gap ups with news catalysts, and that same week, it helped me catch 2 breakout trades before they open. All right, next up is stock Rover. This one's more for the data nerds, and I say that with love because I'm one. Stock Rover gives you over 700 financial metrics to filter your stock universe. Want to build a list of small cap growth stocks with low debt, high free cash flow, and rising ROE? Done. Want to sort by dividend safety scores and forward P/E over simultaneously? Just easy. What sets Stock Rover apart, though, is the views feature. You can create dashboard style screens with only the metrics you care about. So if you're focused on earnings growth and cash flow, you can kill the noise and see just that. The research reports are legit too. You get custom scoring across value, quality, growth, and sentiment. The risk section is brutally honest. It'll show you best and worst months, volatility over time, even beta across 1, 3, 5 years. I felt like I had a Bloomberg analyst whispering in my ear. Now simply Wall Street. Their stock watch list isn't just a list, it's a living, breathing visual map of your portfolio. You can instantly spot undervalued stocks, risky moves, or red flags, all color-coded. Their new stock valuator is one of my favorite features. You can use a P/E based model to figure out a stock's fair value, and it literally lets you write your own narrative. You want to value a stock assuming maybe 15% earnings growth? Plug it in. Want to adjust market conditions? Done. It's not just point and click, it's scenario planning made visual. And this makes it one of the best day trading scanners, in my opinion. But while these scanners for day trading are packed with such great features, no tool is perfect, right? For trade ideas, what appears to be their downside is, I think, the learning curve. If you're used to TradingView or Thinkorswim, the UI might feel dated. But once you spend a week with it, you realize it's like that for a reason. It prioritizes speed and real-time execution. Stock Rover can feel like overkill if you're just looking for a quick scan. It's built for deep dives, not day trading alerts. But again, if you're serious about understanding a stock's core, it's unmatched. What about Simply Wall Street? Well, the interface can throw off traditional investors. If you're used to spreadsheets, it takes a minute to adjust. But once you embrace the visuals, they start helping you make faster, smarter decisions without information overload. And if you're wondering, yeah, but what's the best scanners for day trading gonna cost me now? You're not alone. I had the same question. And the good news is that these platforms are pretty reasonably priced for what they offer. They're priced for traders who mean business, traders who want to become profitable. And if you're focused on real-time execution and AI-powered signals, Trade Ideas, I think, is the one that stands out. Check the links in the description for their current pricing plans, discounts, and promos. We'll try to keep them updated so you can get the best deal. So here's the bottom line. No scanner is perfect, but choosing the right one can completely change how you trade. And if real-time signals and AI-powered trade ideas matter most to you, I think Trade Ideas is my top pick and easily one of the best stock scanners for day trading. Check the link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon.